Hey, what's up, Dividend Nomads? Welcome back to part 2 of our video series on high yield income investing for beginners. That's a mouthful. Today, as promised, I'm going to share with y'all my screen. I'm going to show y'all what some of these symbols actually mean. I'm just going to explain it in a very simple, easy to understand way. And I'm going to share with you how these things actually even make money to pay people like you and I. So this is by no means going to be like an in-depth thing that's going to be really hard to follow. I'm just going to make it in a very simple, easy to understand way. And it's just going to be the basic idea. It's not like all the ins and outs. So don't think like this is supposed to be like some technical video. It's just to get the point across to people who are brand new to this and really have no idea, how this thing works. So that being said, let's record the screen and share this with you. Man, I'm still coughing. I'm still a little bit under the weather here, but I'm sorry. I apologize for that. So here we are in my computer. This is the chart I showed y'all last time. So a few things I'm going to share with you real quick today. First of all, right here are the companies that actually bring these vehicles to us. YieldMax. If you want to see more about the YieldMax company, look, you can go here. YieldMaxETFs.com. Roundhill is another good one. You can see here they have RoundhillInvestments.com. You can go there. Defiance is ran by the same person who runs YieldMax in terms of like the trading strategies and all that stuff. It's the same guy. And this one is DefianceETFs.com. So these three are three big players in the high yield income space. There's a few others. I'm not going to talk about ProShares, JP Morgan, not going to talk about them. They're like kind of lower yielding ones. Sorry. This is a good one right here, Rex Shares. You can go check them out, rexshares.com. This is another good one to Simplify. This is simplify.us. And Neos is actually really good. Curve is good, curveinvest.com. So these are some of the big players when it comes to high yield income space. Now let me talk about some of these ticker symbols and what they actually mean. And then after that, we'll get into how they actually make money to give to us. So first of all, right here at the top, you can see all of these here. We have YMAX, YMAG, RDTE, et cetera, right? This at the top section above this white blank space. Okay, so all of these are basically they're like baskets of stocks. So let me explain this to you in a very simple way. So, man, I'm gonna make a mess here. I'm gonna do it for y'all though. Right here, I got a basket, right? So, for example, like this top one right here, YMAX, YieldMax owns this basket. And in this basket, they have, like, see, it says YMAX. It's not just YMAX. In the basket, they have this blue pen. They have this red one. They got this one. They got some of this. They got some of that. They got, several different things in the basket. So it's not just one thing that's making the money. They have several different things in their basket that makes money for us, okay? Now, there's a few other ones that are a little bit different, like this YMAX one is a basket of kind of just like different stocks. I kind of want to say like random different stocks. YMAG is a basket, but the YMAG basket is a little bit smaller, and this is based on the Magnificent Seven. So it has basically the 7 top stocks in the stock market are in that basket and nothing else. So there's only 7 things. It's a small basket, right? Not a lot of things inside. And now if you look at these next 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these next 6 are basically the same. They just have a slightly different strategy. But the next 6, I'll explain these to you. So you have this RDTE and IWMY. These two are basically exactly the same. Now, like this one, IWMY, RDTE, this is based on the Russell 2000. And what that is, it's 2,000 stocks. So this one symbol has 2,000, basically 2,000 things inside. They're making money from 2,000 different things, and they're basically mid-level stocks. They're not the creme de la creme, the top of the top. They're not the crappy ones at the very bottom. They're just kind of like 2,000 stocks that are kind of like in the middle area of the stock market. Just like you're really big companies, but they're not like, the top 500 companies in the world, but they're still really big companies. That's what's in their basket. So you have a basket with a lot of different stuff, 2,000 different things in the basket that they're trading to make money. Now, the next one you see QDTE, and you have this one down here, WDTE and QQQY. Those three are basically the same thing as well. Oh no, sorry, I'm lying to you. QDTE and QQQY are the same. They changed the name of this one, it got me confused. QDTE and QQQY are the same. And those are based on the NASDAQ index. And the NASDAQ has all the technology stocks. So anything based around technology-based companies are in the NASDAQ. So the QDTE and QQQY is a basket full of technology companies. Okay, it's not oil companies or something like that, right? It's technology. There's not going to have like your Walmart or something like that. It's not going to be in there. It's only technology companies that are going to be in the NASDAQ. So that's what's in that basket. The next one you see is the XDTE and WDTE. Those are based on the S&P 500. So that means their basket has the top 500 stocks or top 500 companies in the world are in their basket. So that's what they have. So their basket has 500 names inside, and it's the best 500 names. So that's what that is. So that's how you can look at that. Those top ones are just a basket with a lot of different things in the basket. All right. So now, if we look down here at most of these yield max names, not all of them, but most of them, let's just look at this one, for example. You probably know this one, TSLY, Tesla. This is based on the company Tesla. So this basket only has Tesla inside and nothing else. That's all that's in the basket, only Tesla, nothing else inside. Okay, so it's just one company. They make money from one company. Now TSLY, if you own TSLY, you don't own Tesla the company. That's just saying that YoMax is using Tesla the company to make money. That's why their symbol is called Tesla, so it's easy to keep up with. It's easy to know that this is Tesla, right? Tesla sounds the same, right? So it's easy for you to understand that, okay, they're making this money from Tesla. So some of these other symbols, they're all pretty much based on the company that they make money from, like TSMY, right? Taiwan Semiconductor, TSM. It's like the Taiwan Semiconductor Company. The Y is basically for YoMax. But, so this is based on Taiwan Semiconductor. That's how they make their money. YBit is based on Bitcoin, right? If you look down here some more, I'll just show you a few, for example. I'm not going to go over every single one. You can go to the website if you really want to get a look at exactly every single one of these. Like, look at this one, GUI. You can probably already guess what that is, GUI. Google, right? So this one, the basket is Google. Again, you're not owning Google, but that's how they make money, is from Google, right? So then you have Zomo or XOM, ZOM. It's XOM oil company. What else do we have? NVIDIA, right? NVIDIA, right? NVIDIA makes money from NVIDIA. So their basket has only got one stock inside. So a lot of these, they're only based on one thing in the basket, okay? So that's basically what you need to know. You can get a basket with a whole lot of different things inside, or you can get one thing. The choice is up to you, of course. Now, let's go look at how they actually make money from this one thing or from these different baskets to pay you and me. Let's see how they do that. Now, clean up my mess here, like the sacrifices I make for y'all. Anyway, we'll get to that later. Let's just go, let me minimize this thing. So right here, you can see I have a chart here of Tesla, right? Let me just show you this, TSLA. You see right there, TSLA is Tesla. That's the Tesla car company, right? So it's not, it's not TSLY. Where are you at? Well, hell, I didn't mess this thing up now. Oh, there we are. TSLY, see? TSLY, TSLA. This is Tesla Car Company. TSLY makes money from this TSLA. Okay, so this is how they make the money. They trade what's called options. Okay, now options can be a bit complicated to understand. I'm just going to give you a very, very simple explanation. This is by no means exactly, everything you need to know about options. This is just a general idea, so you have a somewhat idea of how these things make money. And if that intrigues you, then there's several YouTubers who actually dive into this very deeply and tell you all about everything that Yomax and some of these other companies are doing to make this money. But I'm just going to give you a basic overview of how this works, because I've seen their videos, they're explaining things, but it can be quite complicated. So I just want to make it simple so everybody can understand. So think about it this way. Options. An option is kind of a contract, but it's also, I will call it in a way, kind of like a bet, almost like a gamble. And there's basically, we'll say, two people in this gamble, right? Two people are basically having this game together, okay? So let's look at how this works. If you look here, let me reset this, for example. TSLA. I just want to go back and reset this thing and make it. Okay, so right here, you can see the price right now of Tesla is $261. It's moving because the stock market's open right now. You see this middle line right here? This white space? Look at the price. It's the same as over here. So this blank white line here is the current price of Tesla. Okay, 261. It's moving around whatever, but you get the idea. It's 261. So over here on the left side, in the green, it says calls. So these calls down here below this price, see where it says Tesla, all these down here below this, on the left-hand side, see where it says calls up here? These over here on this side are basically bets that the stock is going to go up. You see here, it says 261 is the price. Look, 262.50, 265, etc., right? So these are bets you can place that you think Tesla is going to go from the price it is now to one of these prices down here. You're betting that that's going to happen. Okay, now each one of these bets, you see this bet right here? It says $7.50, and that's for one share. But each contract is for 100 shares. So this 750 you need to multiply by 100 because it's 100 shares of stock. So if you want to place this bet, if you think Tesla is going to go from $261 to $262.50, you need to pay $750. Right? So let's just say, for example, I want to place this bet. I think Tesla is going to go from 260 now. It's falling like a rock. I'm going to place this bet that Tesla is going from 260 to 262.50. And I'm going to put my $750 up on the table. All right? And then Yomax comes along, the owner of TSLY. They come along and say, I bet Tesla's not going to do that. I'll take that bet. So I give my $750 up. Now, because Yomax says, okay, basically they're the ones who told me that they'll take that bet from me. They said, we'll take that bet from you. So they got my $750. What they're going to do with that $750 is they're going to give it to you and that guy over there and that guy over there and that guy over there. They're going to pay all the people who own TSLY. They're going to do that with that $750. But they're not just selling one contract. They're selling like $20 or $30 million worth of contracts or $15 million worth of contracts. It's like hundreds or thousands and thousands of contracts is what they're actually selling. So that's how they make millions of dollars per week. And they give that out to you and I by taking these bets. So that's basically how that works. Now on the other side over here, you have puts. Now this is kind of the opposite end of the spectrum. So if you look here, see this is what's falling down crazy. It's 260 right now. Look, this is 260, 257, 255, 250. So you're basically placing bets that the price is going to fall. So you can place the bet in either direction. But whatever way you decide to play it, like somebody's placing the bet and Yomax is selling that to them. They're basically taking the money from that. They say, okay, we bet you're going to be wrong. We're going to take that money from you. And then they distribute that money to people like you and I. Now, there are consequences to this. Like if Yomax bets wrong, right, then they lose money, which makes the stock of TSLY can go down, right? And if Tesla stock is going down a lot, TSLY is also going to go down a lot. But it might not go down as much because they're earning this money from taking these bets from all these people, right? They earn a little bit of money. So it might not fall as much, but it's still going to fall. And if the TSLA, the Tesla price goes up, then TSLY is going to go up also. It's going to rise with the price. And they're still going to be placing these bets and making more money on the side as well. All that money that they're taking in from those bets, all these people are placing bets and they're taking this money in and they're distributing it to people like you and me who own TSLY. So you don't own TSLA, you only own the money that they're getting from placing these bets for you. And the reason why you get them to place the bets for you, because people like you and I probably don't have, look right now, it's $860 just for one bet. You might not have $860 laying around to make this bet every single day or every single week or how often you want to make these bets. Like, cause they're doing it with millions and millions and millions of dollars. They're placing thousands and thousands of bets at one time. So people like you and I don't have enough to make those kind of bets with millions and millions of dollars. So we buy the cheap stock like TSLY and let them make the bets for us. You're paying them to do this gambling for you pretty much. And that's how they make money to pay us. So I hope that explained a little bit as to how these funds work, what's in them, and how they kind of operate in a sense. That's not like I said, it's not an end all be all of how the options trading works and like that. It's just the basic general idea of how they generate money to pay you and me for owning these companies. So stay tuned for part 3 coming soon. And I will see y'all on the next video. Hope it was helpful. Take care. Oh yeah, don't take advice from a dude on YouTube who looks like this.